with everything going on and this being your first real experience with the team, has it been hard to adjust to the style of play and to learn everything that coach has for you guys?
Yeah, I would say that because, everyone's all the newcomers are coming from different styles of basketball. I'm coming from junior college, Carlton's coming from junior college, and the rest of them are coming from high school. So we all had different, play styles and traditions and stuff we followed as players. But now you come here and you got to learn like different schemes, different type of offenses, coaches put in the motion. So we've all had to learn how to play like the K-State like style of basketball. So it's been pretty hard, but I mean, they're on us and they don't stop coaching us. So like it takes time, but you eventually get it and start to understand what they're doing and why they're doing it.
And what would you say you've improved on most since getting to K-State, and what have you really grown on?
So far, I would say I've gotten better defensively. The coaches they drill that. Honestly, that's our staple, and I've just became better just playing off like instincts and playing without the ball really because it always involves a lot of cutting and screening and stuff like that. So I've gotten better at that, and because I'm used to having the ball in my hands all the time, so I've gotten better at scoring when somebody else has the ball, and me just playing like the easier, simpler way. Mhm.
Hey, Rudy, quick one from me. You come to a basketball program as a junior college transfer, and you show up and you're one of the old guys. Is there a little bit of pressure to lead that comes with that now that you're one of the veterans on your brand new team?
Yeah, I would say there's a little bit of pressure because us being so young, I'm one of two upperclassmen on our team, so it's like I'm kind of put that pressure on myself to be a leader right away and kind of be an instant impact guy right away. So yeah, but I also understand that I'm also new to this as well. So just as old as I am, and me being a junior and all that, it's also my first go around with K-State men's basketball and playing basketball at this level and then the Big 12 and stuff like that. So I've came to understand both sides of it, but at the end of the day, I want to be a leader and I want to help our team win. So I got to do what I got to do.
And being a point guard, does that add another layer to your need to acclimate, learn everything very quickly so that you can point for other guys what they're supposed to do on the court?
Yeah, because as a point guard, I'm supposed to know my position and know what we're going on and know also the other four spots as well. And I'm also supposed to be like a vocal leader and like the on-court coach. So I have to kind of learn our stuff a little bit faster. The coaches are a little bit harder on me than they are on some of the other positions and the younger guys because they need that from me, and that's what's going to help us be successful.
And how good are these young guys?
Honestly, when I first got here, I didn't know how good they were going to be, because it's a huge jump for these guys. They're coming out of high school to jumping in straight to like Power 5 basketball, but they're honestly all so talented. They all bring something different to the table. Since, from the summer times, us working out and stuff like that, I've just been, honestly amazed by each and every one of them. I go up against Nigel a lot every day in practice because he's the other point guard. And, he's honestly so solid. He's smart. He's crafty. Selton, he's honestly just a beast. And, he's super skilled and he can do a lot of things on the court. Davion is just like a space eater and he's so big and he just helps us both ways on the floor. And, Luke got hurt, but from the little bit I saw of him in the summer, he was more than a shooter. And I feel like people just thought he was, just a guy who was going to come in and just shoot a lot of threes and stuff like that. But, he was slashing and getting to the rim as well. And, the other players, Siri, he's athletic, he crashes, he plays really hard. So, they've all brought something different to the table. And, them being freshmen, sometimes they don't play like they're freshmen. They're all really talented.
Thanks, Rudy, and welcome to K-State.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Rudy, you mentioned going up against Nigel in practice every day. I'm curious as to how you look at that in terms of not only the competition, but as teammates, how hard has it been in terms of the competition? How can it benefit, I guess, the team and both of you guys with that kind of skill set?
Well, I mean, we go at it every day, but like we understand, come next Wednesday, we're gonna be wearing the same jersey. So, like if I see something that like, that he may not be doing right or something like that, I'll tell him, be like, hey, this is how we gotta do it, or this is what you're trying to get of like a read or something like that. And, he'll talk to me the same way. Sometimes I get a little confused with the play calls when coach starts, calling like 3, 4 of them at a time. So I'm like, Nigel, I'm like, what's the next one? And it's like, he'll help me out, I'll help him out. So, we understand it's the common goal, but, we also understand that we do have to compete and practice for us to get better and, just to help the team. So.
This may be a little bit of a strange question because of COVID, but you selected Kansas State, I'm sure, for a multitude of reasons. One, of course, would be like the college life and that kind of thing. How frustrating has it been to kind of be boxed in with your teammates, or has it been a good thing because there are so many new faces? Maybe you guys have gotten to know each other a little bit better because of it. How do you feel about that?
I feel like it's been a little bit of both because, honestly, if there was no COVID right now, we would be able to do much more and stuff like that. Guys would be able to hang out with each other. Sometimes we kind of just, keep our space. But I also feel like it's been good because, all we've got to focus on is just school and basketball. Because, a lot of us really only, we'll go from doing our schoolwork to we'll head to the ice facility. So we get to spend a lot of time with ourselves. And before we started team workouts, we were always in the gym, like as a team, stuff like that in the nighttime. So I feel like it helped us build chemistry on the court and helped us, get a feel for each other and all of our, everyone's different play styles.
Thank you, sir. Welcome.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Any other questions for Rudi? He's got practice here in about 20 minutes, so I want to anything else for him before we cut him off?
Rudi, just when you first arrived here, Mike McGurl, he's the lone senior on the team. Just what type of leadership qualities did you see when you arrived here from him?
The leadership qualities I seen from Mike was, he wasn't a guy who's really gonna like, yell and scream too much. He's more of a guy that leads by example. So, we'd be talking in the group chat, making sure everyone's like staying in the gym, making sure everyone's working out and stuff like that. Mike would be the first guy at the gym. Mike would be, he would stay the latest and stuff like that. And I don't think anyone has to tell Mike to, make sure to go watch film or to go make sure you get to weights on time or make sure we're at practice on time and stuff like that. He's just an example kind of guy. He sets the standard really. And when I got here, I kind of, looked at him to see how things are done around here. So we were together a lot in the summertime. And honestly, he's a good leader. He's not really going to say much and he's not going to yell. I've seen him yell maybe once or twice, but like, he's just going to just do it. And you're going to follow him because he's doing it the right way.
What about Dejuan and Monty have impressed you as other guys that have been in the program a little longer than some of the newcomers like yourself?
Dejuan, he always impresses me every day because he's kind of just so versatile. He's really a two-way player. He loves to guard. He loves to get after defensively. But offensively, he's made strides since I've been here myself. The coaches have told me that, he's gotten better at shooting the ball and stuff like that. But even since I've been here, I've seen like the evolution of him. He shoots the ball really well. I feel like he can score at all three levels. Like he'll get to the rim and he can finish with both hands, off both feet. He's a threat at the 3-point line. He can make them. So you have to respect that. And honestly, he's just a competitor. So he's gotten a lot better since I've been here, and you can tell that he's had a year of college under his belt. So he's done really well. And then Montavious, he's just one of those guys you need on your team because he's so versatile. He can honestly switch and guard 1 through 4. And I feel like defensively, Montavious is always in the right spot, in practice when we're doing live drills and stuff like that. You drive baseline, and who's there to meet you? It's Montavious. And like I mean, he can just do so much on the court offensively too, because he can stretch it out and shoot threes, shoot mid-range jump shots, but then he can also bang down low. He rebounds the ball really well. But honestly, what truly impresses me about him is just his ability to guard. He's so versatile defensively. It's actually amazing.
And right around the corner, what is it like knowing with it being COVID world and everything, knowing that you could maybe only have 6 or 7 guys and still play a game? How different and weird is that, just as a basketball player that's always played with at least 10 guys off the bench?
Honestly, the other day I joked with the guys. I was like, wow, because we had, like Coach Weber said, we only had 8 or 7 guys in practice, and I was like, damn, this is like a travel basketball team. But honestly, right now I feel like everybody just wants to play. So no matter how we get to play, I feel like we just want to play. So if we even got to play with 6 guys, 7 guys, or 8 guys, I feel like everyone will just be happy to play, because we've been waiting so long, and Coach Weber always talked about winning the wait. So I feel like I'm not gonna jinx it, but we have a week to go, but we've been doing a good job with the wait. So I feel like no matter how it happens, I feel like we'll just be happy to play and be out there.
What have you guys done so well to avoid catching the virus? Obviously, you guys must be very focused on getting to the season.
Honestly, I feel like the coaches have done a good job of keeping us under control, and installing it and preaching it to us that do the right things. Like if it's on the weekend and we get a day off or something like that, making sure we're doing the right stuff, teaching us how to go about things the right way. Like for me personally, I have been door dashing a lot. So if I need to buy food, I've been ordering it through DoorDash, so I don't have to really go to restaurants or leave my apartment too much. And I feel like we've all just understand there's so much to lose right now. So we've been trying to do the right thing. You won't see any of our guys going out and stuff like that, and being out and about in town and stuff like that. So I feel like we just understand that there's a lot to lose, and we've all worked hard to get to this point. So we want to, have our season and play.